Hi friends! I moved to Pittsburgh when I was 12 years old, and after 2 years of begging, I finally got my mom to enroll me in public school. I was in this online school program, which isn't ideal for making friends in a new city when you know exactly nobody. So little 14-year-old me gets to start high school, ending years of isolation. I am filled with hope that I will actually build lasting friendships for the first time in my life. I was terrified of everyone, worried that I would mess everything up and then everyone in the school would hate me. I decided to join the school musical that year. It was Seussical, the musical, and I was a who down in Whoville. I thought that this would be how I made friends. I didn't really make any friends in musical that year, but it was still a good time. One thing I liked about doing the musical that year is that we would sometimes end rehearsals with the director, who was an elementary school teacher, reading a Dr. Seuss book to us. Most of the time it was great. I still didn't really have any friends, but nobody noticed when we were all sitting together being read to like little kids again. It was often great, comforting, and made me feel like I was a part of the group. But sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes we read books like And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street, or If I Ran the Zoo, or McGillicuddy's Pool, and I remembered that I wasn't really part of the group. I was the only Asian kid. I think that year there were maybe 2 black kids doing the show, and we sat with everyone else as these books were being read to us. There were racist depictions of people who represented people like me in those books, and I saw them and had to remember that I didn't really fit in. That the reading would end, the rehearsal would end, and everyone would break into their smaller friend groups, and I would go home alone because I didn't really belong with any of these peers. I was different. I was separate from everyone else, and Dr. Seuss just would not let me forget it. Last week, Dr. Seuss Enterprises announced they would stop publishing 6 books because of the racist and insensitive imagery. They're the group in charge of preserving and protecting the legacy of Dr. Seuss, and they decided that keeping these books in publication isn't the best way to do that. There are a lot of people who reacted angrily to the news that these 6 books will no longer be published, but I think that Dr. Seuss Enterprises made a good decision. I hope this means that little kids will read collections of Dr. Seuss books and they won't feel alone or isolated because of these books. Every kid in every community deserves fiction that treats them with respect. Every kid deserves to feel like they belong and that they are supported by their community and by the stories they're told. That's way more important to me than a fairly unpopular book continuing to be printed because we like some of the author's other work. That's all I have to say about that. In the comments, tell me what was your favorite Dr. Seuss book. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And hey, I love you!